survivors, welcome to another AMA with the Executive Director of Undead Blocks, Grant Haseley, aka the Zombie Slayer. So guys, by now you must be wondering why in our thumbnail we have Grant with a swimming suit. Well, let me kill your curiosity right here and let me just play here a quick clip. Okay, so hey Grant, how's it going? Did you bring your swimming suit?
Bruno, I'm streaming from an undisclosed location today. I'm so self-conscious about me in a bathing suit. I have no camera going, but no, we're definitely excited. Let's get this happening. The weather is much nicer here in lovely Western New York than it was, when we first started talking about jumping into the lake. So I think the lake is unfrozen now. We're almost in May, so pretty soon we'll be in summertime, and then yeah, definitely excited for keep the undead summer going.
Yeah, because we got like 8,000 weekly active players, so I think it's pretty safe to say that we've crossed the 10,000 monthly active players, which was the bet. So yeah, Grant, the community is waiting for a clip of you swimming in that freezing lake. I heard.
It's unbelievable. No, we're in a really good spot in terms of how many people are physically playing this game. We're trending still around 1,000. From our perspective, people that are playing every day. What we really want to see now, as we go into the next phase of Undead Blocks, is people starting to come into the tournaments. Obviously, we're working on adding token utility, getting listed on more exchanges, and starting to help our token community out. I feel like a lot of the moves that we've been making for the last 3 to 4 months have been focusing, almost directly on the NFT people, as we've been waiting for more regularity or regulatory guidance from, some of the crypto environments and the headwinds that we're seeing. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff on the go. We're definitely excited to keep growing the game. We have a great player base, really rabid community, and the sky is really the limit. Once we hit another bull market, I think we've really positioned ourselves to be the game of choice for a lot of Web3 gamers that just want to come in, hang out with their friends, more of a social vibe. Really like the direction we're headed in.
Oh, that's cool. So you mentioned tournaments. We're having a new tournament this weekend, right? And it's kind of different than the rest of the other tournaments that you guys organize. Do you want to comment on it, Grant? Like this loot box system?
So this tournament is going to be absolutely insane. This is going to be the most popular game mode by far. This will probably be what we do for most of our tournaments going forward. Some housekeeping. It begins on Friday. That's 2 days from now at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will run for 72 hours, like most of our tournaments do. And you're going to have 10 minutes to kill as many zombies as you can. Now, in the past, this has been more of a skill-based event, right? You have professional CSGO, Fortnite players, they come in, they dominate. So how we're really leveling the playing field is we're introducing the ZBox concept. So now you're going to have to kill as many zombies as you can. The only way you can score points is by collecting ZBoxes and earning standard Z-Bucks. What you pull from the boxes is your score. So you have 10 minutes to collect as many boxes as you can, and that's going to be your score. So then we're adding in that element of RNG to try to level the playing field so that it's not just professionals coming in and taking all of the money. And in return, what we've done is we've really boosted up the first place prize. So the first place prize is $3,000, which is 30,000 gold Z-Bucks. That'll be made available right away to the winner. And most of the other tournaments we've had, since they have been skill-based, someone runs it once and says, I'm in 100th or 200th, like I can't climb my way up the leaderboard. I think this is going to encourage a lot of people to do multiple runs because the first place prize is so high compared to all the other runs, and it's not just skill-based. Obviously, you have to be good at the game. if you have a higher end pack like a zombie killer pack or an assassin pack, you're also going to have advantage. That's how it should be. That's what's really exciting about this game mode is it's leveling the playing field, but the playing field can still be, skewed based on how good you are or what pack you have. So really excited to see how many people turn up. We're excited to turn up as an organization and run this tournament. We love doing this kind of stuff. And if people love the game mode, I think we're going to go all in on it.
Okay, that's great to know. That's great to know. You can also rent your NFT weapon packs, right?
That's correct. So on Thursday,
it's Genesis only, I believe.
Yes, it's Genesis only. So on Thursday, Thursday night, Friday morning, we're locking all rentals below 3 days for people that are using Bloomint. So if you are going to Bloomint to rent your packs, you're gonna have to rent it out to someone for more than 24 hours. There's only going to be one entry allowed per person that has an NFT. We didn't want to get into the point where someone rents for a day and they say, my score sucks. And then you try to rent it to someone else and maybe their score is better. It's a logistics nightmare. So what we're going to do is if you do want to rent out for the tournament, you can only rent it to one person for the entire tournament. So choose wisely. You just need someone who really wants to grind. You don't even need the best player in the world for this. I really think you want someone that's going to probably put in, 5-10 hours of playtime for you, see if they can snag that 3K. And that's, I think from our side, what we're able to do is we're able to limit the amount of cheaters. We're able to limit the amount of people that manipulate the engine, because we've been seeing more of that as earnings have been live for both the green and gold ZBucks. And so we're also putting a threat out there to anyone. If they do try to cheat or manipulate the system, A, you're going to be banned, and B, the ZBucks will be they will not be crediting. And that's the cool thing is we can verify all the results and we can send out to those that earned it. So it's a win-win for everyone. Really excited about the new tournament. Really excited to see how many Genesis players show up. It's good data for us, and it's just another way for us to continue rewarding our Genesis NFT holders. We did the Loot Coffin airdrop last month. Now we're doing a $10,000 tournament this month, and we're going to be doing more tournaments as we go, through the life of Undead Blocks. We're also going to be doing a tournament with a new partner, and that should be going live within the next month or so. This will be completely free to play for the public as well. So yeah, we've got a lot on the go from the tournament side, and also daily earnings are live. This is what people want in terms of having a play to earn game. We're giving them all they can handle.
Yeah, play to earn is Undead. So do you want to reveal who these new partners are? Who's going to sponsor these upcoming tournaments?
I can't do that yet. Just know it's coming. Just know it's coming. It's a Web2 company. They're huge.
Okay, that's great.
They're a massive company, and we're also going to be doing in conjunction with this NFT, with the Genesis tournament. We're also going to be announcing the reveal of 3 new Apocalypse packs that you're going to be able to buy using Undead tokens. So if you want,
that was my next question. But before that, Grant, you have to tell us your secret, man.
What's my secret?
I mean, for this 6-pack, look at that, man. You're shredded. You've been looking out to deal with the zombie apocalypse or something.
I do eat at Chipotle every day. I've been doing reformer Pilates. I don't get a lot of time off in my job. Whether it's managing people on Discord, answering questions, the same people, 10 people every day. Can I withdraw? If you spam me asking for a withdrawal, you get sent to the back of the line. And I mean, I got a lot of on our plate, but I do get time, to do my reformer Pilates. It's nice to see that my 6-pack is looking great there. Obviously, I've never looked better. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're completely shredded, man.
and you spelled my name right on this promotion as well. The previous one had it spelled wrong.
Yeah, it was like Haseley.
It's great.
Yeah, looking good. I think you're ready to deal with the zombie apocalypse. You're ready to face those zombie grandmas that are out there.
Oof.
I'm ready. Looking great, man. So tell us about these new NFT weapon packs. How is this going to work out?
So one thing when you talk to centralized exchanges getting listed in terms of utility is they want to see utility. So we had to take down stake to mint, obviously due to regulatory concerns around staking. Us offering weapon packs in Undead token is huge for us. It's another stamp of approval that we can go to some of these centralized exchanges and say, listen, we've got unprecedented utility, whether it's using the Undead token for governance, using it for direct pack buys, loot coffin buys, potentially upgrades in the ecosystem. So we are going to be testing out a pilot program with 3 new tiers of apocalypse packs. And they're going to be very cheap. They're going to be, we want them to sell very quickly, and we want to test out the utility of the token. So we are going to be issuing a direct contract that you can mint apocalypse packs on, and there will be 100 of each. And we're going to reveal the different tiers tomorrow during our AMA in our Discord. So if you guys want to head over there as well. But there will be 3 different tiers, and there will be 100 on each tier, and we're not minting anymore. There will only be 100 of each of these tiers. And so the reason why we're doing this is we're testing out actually direct minting using the Undead token as the currency, the ERC20 token, and we're just collecting in Undead. Now they're gonna be very cheap. I mean, I say very cheap. I put that in quotation marks. Everyone's got it's not gonna be thousands of dollars for these things. It'll be less than a couple $100 per NFT, and you'll be able to use the NFT to earn in Undead Blocks. And there'll be new weapons, and there's also going to be 2 perks in each pack. So we don't have any packs with 2 perks. All 3 tiers, they're each going to have 2 random perks as well as weapons. So I can give you a couple of the weapons that are going to be new. We're going to be introducing the crossbow. We're going to be introducing the sniper rifle, and Molotov cocktails is another one that we're going to be introducing into the ecosystem. So these are new weapons with also some older ones as well. New packs, new weapons, and we're keeping the runs for these really small. There's only going to be 100 apiece, and when they're gone, they're gone. They're going to be directly available on our website. You have to use Undead token only to acquire these. So super excited to test this out, and then what we can do is, once we start selling some of these packs, we can go to these exchanges and say, hey, we just introduced a new utility, we have governance, let's go. Like, we talk to these exchanges all the time. I think that's a huge opportunity for us to really get got and get our token community involved. I think a lot of our moves have been made towards the NFT people, and this is just another way to re-engage our token community. So if you want to participate, those packs will be available for sale in Undead token. They'll be later this month or into May when we do go live with that. But we are going to announce the packs tomorrow, and we'll give you guys more details in May. But super excited for that one as well.
Okay, so just that raises a few questions. So the total supply of NFT weapon packs is going to increase from 6,500 to 6,800, right?
No, so these are just going to be part of the Apocalypse collection. So there's only going to be 3,500 Apocalypse. I think there's 800 that have been minted right now. So the Apocalypse collection is going to move from 800 to 1,100, but it will only ever cap out at 35. So if this goes well and people like this and they like these more limited edition drops, we're going to do more different packs, and we'll sell them in Undead token. And people are asking, what are we doing with the Undead token? So we're going to keep it in our treasury for now. We're looking into potentially burn mechanisms for the token. That's also another contentious point of regulatory concern, but it will be something that we just keep on hand for now. We might use that token for special play to earn giveaways. We might use it for marketing. There's a lot of stuff we can do with it, but right now we just want to test out, hey, does this work? Are we able to mint and directly get people weapon NFTs that they can use in the game? This is it's a big point for us to really start getting more eyes on the token, and we're definitely excited to test it out and see what happens. Okay,
that's right. But Undead is going to have utility for like a very short, limited amount of time. So after you sell all those 300 NFTs, the utility of Undead is going to go back to just being a governance token.
Well, so you'll also be able to get loot coffins at any time with Undead token. Okay. And then we're also going to be offering upgrades in the future for Undead token. We have the governance aspect, and if we can get some more regulatory guidance, perhaps we could even bring back staking for the Undead token. So keep in mind, at some point this year, we will be rebranding the token from Undead to Wagyu and going all in on an ecosystem token, which is exactly what we're doing right now with the Undead token. We just want to rebrand the token ticker to Wagyu. I think it makes sense because we are going to be building more games. We are also looking to onboard more games onto our protocol. So it just makes more sense to have a different ticker.
Okay. What about the battle pass? At some point, you mentioned there will be like some
Battle pass as well. Yep.
Well, do you have any idea when that's coming? The battle pass and adding new weapons to your NFT weapon pack.
Those are the two good questions. Battle pass, I do not have a time frame for you. We want to get through this additional piece of utility before we launch the battle pass. I think we need more casual players. And with that, comes doing more IP deals, getting more people interested in the game. So more to come on Battle Pass. In terms of the upgrades, we're still building the infrastructure to actually upgrade if you're using your gold or green ZBucks or Undead token. So it is taking time. We have got a little bit delayed just because of all of the issues we had with the rental portal, like people's earnings not crediting. So we are a little bit behind on schedule in terms of the upgrades, but we're working through it.
Okay, that's great. So what about the Mal map? I mean, we've been hearing about that for a while now, Grant.
You have
any
been
update on that?
Yeah, you're hitting me with all the hard questions. I wish I could give more of an update for the Mal map. Right now, we're just sticking with the current map, and we're also implementing changes to make it less wide open, putting more areas in where people can get caught and trapped. So more to come on additional maps. We have also been working on a third map. Not working on, but we have a concept for a third map. It's not in development, but we are building out a new concept as well, in addition to the mall map, where we can potentially use this for our next game, as well as Undead, to be able to give you guys just more variety. So right now, honestly, what we've been focusing on the most is let's clean up these issues with earnings not crediting for renters. Battling cheaters every day is, great. Obviously, people trying to manipulate the engine, and then let's demonstrate some of this token utility. Let's crush this tournament this weekend. I want everyone to have fun and give us feedback on the new format, and then let's just keep building the IP.
So the second map is the Mal map. So what about this third map? What can you tell us about it?
I can't tell you a word. We're keeping that on lock and key.
That's
Bruno comes to me, tries to get me to answer all the questions, but no, it's cool. And we've been working with a partner group on this. This is outside of
outsourcing. Are you outsourcing?
Yeah, this is outside of Wagyu's ecosystem, so it's not additional resources from our side. We've been working with a partner group that wants to also integrate their NFTs into our game, and so we're doing sort of a resource swap where if they can integrate their NFTs, they'll put a map in for us. So we're working on that as well. I'm not going to have any details on that for probably a couple months, but it's cool. It's just nice to see a lot of different groups have been reaching out to us. These different L2s, NFT collections, a lot of them have been hitting us up and saying, hey, your game is sick and you've got a cool model. Like, how did you do this? Like, can we work together? And I think that's really going to help us as we start moving. I think the headwinds for Web3 gaming and crypto gaming have been much more bullish lately, just from what we're seeing in terms of deal flow. I think we're well positioned right now, being I'd say probably top 5 blockchain game, to really just continue growing the IP. I think people want access to it.
Yeah, I think we're getting more bullish overall in crypto, and that's good for everyone in the ecosystem. What about mobile? I mean, the mobile gameplay looked quite sick.
Mobile's coming along. No updates in terms of what we need to integrate before the end of June. We are still in April here. We're looking at basically we're working with a cloud gaming provider called Meta One Network. It's just a matter of us, integrating using their tech stack, getting the cloud gaming licenses and such. There's just stuff that's going on behind the scenes, more logistics, more like paperwork than anything. Like, we've already showed off the gameplay footage. Looks super cool. So if I do have an update on that, I will share it. But honestly, it's just been more of, a paperwork and finalizing details before we go live with it.
Yeah, polishing the diamond, I guess. So yeah, it's looking good. I think the feedback from the community was quite positive. regarding the last update with the multiple loot coffins and everything. People are loving it. So I think, yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Definitely.
Oh, I have one more update to share as well.
Oh, okay, let's go. Some
The
alpha, some
rarity
alpha. Give us
booster,
alpha.
rarity booster should be live in a couple weeks. What is the rarity booster? It is you can trade in your common skins for chances at higher skins, rare, epic, legendary. Couple
So it's like
legendary
a fusion,
sold.
NFT fusion, no?
Yeah,
Something like
exactly.
that? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Couple loot coffins sold for big money this weekend. A couple $100 for some of the legendary skins. So people want that kind of stuff. So we should have the rarity booster live within a couple weeks for people to start cycling some of the skins they open from loot coffins. One person asked, why is loot coffins under maintenance? It's because we've seen a massive influx of people that are manipulating the engine for green ZBucks. And so we're weeding out who's actually earned what. It's taking a lot of time. We're reviewing each account manually. So we hope to be able to turn on that soon. Same with the gold Z-Bucks. Like if you've put in a withdrawal, we've received it. You don't need to issue a ticket. We're working on it. And we're approving everything on a case-by-case basis at this point. It's just the safest way to do it. When we have real money on the line, real crypto or real earnings, like there's always going to be people that want to come in and try to manipulate. The cool thing is we can identify who's doing what. It's just kind of slowing us down in terms of proving some of this stuff. So more to come as well. But yeah, this is it's been good so far. Real good feedback.
Yeah, for sure. The game is getting better and better by the day. So what about duo, multiplayer, VIP modes? Any news?
Duos. Here's duos is challenging because what we've seen is people trying to squat up across the country. Our server support has to get better, and so we're looking into that. We're looking into some programs where we can potentially increase our server capacity for duos. So don't want to commit on a date, and then obviously once we nail duos, we go to multiplayer. So more to come on that.
Okay, that's great. So Grant, I don't think it's time for giveaway. What do you think?
I think it's time.
Shall we spin the wheel of fortune a few times? Okay,
yeah,
so guys,
let's give away a couple loot coffins to the fans.
Let's do it. So guys, what's gonna happen right now? You have to write what I'm going to write on the chat to be eligible to earn a loot coffin. I'm going to add your name to the wheel of fortune. Okay. I have to get a bot to do this, but so far I still didn't find any appropriate system. So I'm gonna have to do it manually. So while I add all the names to the wheel of fortune, you guys can ask as many questions as you want to Grant. Okay. So Grant's gonna be like answering all your questions while I take care of the giveaway. So already have here questions from Light Cloud. If the issue with multiplayer is with servers, wouldn't that become the same issue when it comes to mobile and playing browser?
Not necessarily, because we're using a cloud gaming platform, so someone else is computing the computing power for the PC. The server, it's not because of the duos or the mobile. It really is the server provider itself. So we're using AWS, and we're looking into potentially changing a server provider, but it wouldn't have anything to do with mobile or the browser, just because using cloud gaming, you're basically running the game on somebody else's computer. So obviously, this is something we're looking into. It's early days. We're also looking at potentially getting some AWS credits from IMX that we can use to even boost our server capacity even more. I think a lot of other games are struggling with this. We talk to My Pet Hooligan pretty frequently. They've seen this issue. So right now it's status quo. We're keeping it single player for earnings because we just don't want people to have a bad experience, but we hope to be able to expand soon. Good question.
Okay. So guys, any more questions for Grant? Babyville BTC, I knew you had a lot of questions, so you can ask everything you want right now. This is the best time to do it.
The crowd has had their fill of me today.
I think you guys were also
Everybody's just
organizing.
preparing for the tournament.
Yeah, everyone's just crazy about the tournament. The multiple loot coffins dropping all the time.
Pavel says, when will we be able to buy coffins? So I just answered this one. Right now, we're weeding through a lot of people that have manipulated the engine for green ZBucks. So we are looking into when we're able to produce, when we're able to turn this on. But we just need more clarity that like the people that are earning are actually keeping those earnings. And I think it's also an issue with the renters versus people that are playing. Like we haven't had many actual community members have a problem because they're not cheating. They're not trying to manipulate their NFT. There are a lot of anonymous people trying to rent and manipulate the engine. That's what's getting flagged. And then they complain that, hey, my earnings aren't crediting. Well, it's because you actually didn't earn anything. So we're looking into it. I hope to give you an answer within a week or so. Crypto Gaming Hub, Duo VIP mode. Also just answered that. Working on server capacity there. Light Cloud says, what has been the most challenging issue recently that has appeared? I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. It's people that show up from the internet that are quote unquote renters that are manipulating the engine, which is a Unity based game. It's something we've expected. And then they come in and they say, why aren't my earnings crediting? And they start crying and screaming and stomping their feet. And the answer is it's because you're cheating. Like we do have some actual legitimate cases where this is happening for people. And so obviously not everyone is a bad actor, but when you don't know who you're renting to on the internet, it just opens yourself up to these people. And so that honestly has been a big issue for us. I think that the tournaments are going to be a good buffer to see who's actually playing. Like we want to see how many people are playing with their NFT a day and how many people are renting. We have that data, but from a tournament's perspective, I think the numbers are going to be a little bit convoluted. So definitely excited for that. Another challenge, obviously, is just the upgrades, like putting in the upgrade model, the ecosystem, making sure that when we're testing, hey, if you go from level 1 to level 2, your gun gets stronger, gets more accurate. It's just stuff that we got to work through. So really one thing I've been preaching for people is patience. Like, hey, we're working on all this stuff. We've got 100 things on the go. So definitely just stick with us. Let's see. Crypto Gaming Hub says future plans to earn Undeads or Wagyu tokens. So with our sale, we're going to be doing an NFT sale where we're giving 100 Apocalypse packs of 3 different tiers. We're going to be collecting that Undead. And so we can use that Undead for either marketing. Maybe we could run another tournament. We can give away some Undead, maybe with Undead for some challenges in the future. We want to start using the token a lot more than we have been. We want, on exchange volume, trading. We want more holders. It just looks good from an exchange perspective. So that's going to be a big focus for us for the next 3 months. Pavel says, maybe you should hire more devs to work faster. Yes, I would love to. That in turn, that would require us raising more money and potentially selling more NFTs for cash. Like, yeah, of course. As we continue to grow the ecosystem and we bring in more players, we bring in more people, we bring in more liquidity. The sky's our oyster. But we're building this franchise for a decade, so we really like the spot that we're in. Zumi, the legend, says, what upcoming feature are you most excited to see get added in the game? That's a really good question. Obviously, we want people to play on more maps. Like, you can only play the same map every single day. I think that's something that I'm excited about. And then this tournament, like, I actually basically designed this tournament mode from scratch. I don't think it's anything that's really been done before in tournaments in Web 2 or Web 3. Collect as many boxes as you can. Like if you were playing Mario Kart and you're racing around and trying to collect as many boxes as you can, I feel like that'd be the coolest game mode ever. So I think this game mode's gonna be sick. I really think we're gonna get good feedback from it. Those are probably the big two.
Okay, Grant, actually I have a question regarding the NFTs. So NFTs being NFTs, shouldn't they be immutable? Like, how are you going to change the NFT itself?
We just update the metadata.
Okay, that's cool. So
and that's also with it comes, we have to update the metadata for all these NFTs and potentially getting upgrades. Like, upgrades it's a lot more complex than you guys think it is in terms of upgrading the NFT. Like, it's easy for the back end, but how do you do this stuff on chain? Like, making sure that everything is working correctly. We've had enough issues with Immutable X's technology. Sometimes the IMX stuff doesn't show up in our game. Like, this is just all stuff we have to clean up. And that's why really Undead is the proof of concept. We want to expand this ecosystem. Once we have all the nuts and bolts fastened, I really like to brand this method of, or not method, I really like to brand the mode that we're in right now is earn as we build, is really like we call it. You're earning small amounts as we build, as we continue growing out the ecosystem. I think it's super cool to have you guys on this journey with us.
Yeah, I guess the more you grow, the bigger the player base, the better sponsorship deals you guys also get, like for the sponsor skins, sponsor tournaments, sponsor dads, right?
Yeah. And I got one more question, then we'll do the giveaway. Plans to update the map. So I did touch on this one earlier. We are looking to make enhancements to the first map, as well as building more maps, make it more challenging, make it tougher to navigate. Obviously, you have to go in there to get the weapons on the walls, but we're looking into more ways to make it unique as well. So stay tuned.
Okay, that's great. So I think it's time to spin the wheel. What do you think, Grant?
Spin it.
The wheel. Let's go. Let's see who's going to be the fortunate survivor to win. And the winner is Cloud. Congratulations, survivor. You got yourself a free loot coffin. I don't know, Grant. I'm still not satisfied. Should I spin it a second time?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go. It's gonna be the second lucky survivor to win a loot coffin. And we got Thomas. Congratulations, Thomas. You got yourself a new Undead Blocks skin. So Grant, guys, it was a lot of fun. I'm really hyped about Undead Blocks. I think the new update is fire with the multiple loot coffins. Can't wait for the tournament. Can't wait for mobile, for all the updates that are coming. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, Grant, for coming to my show. And guys, don't forget to work out so you stay shredded like Grant.
Bruno, appreciate it. We'll be in touch, King.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. See you in the metaverse.